Now I've used a little bit of masking tape into the eyes and over this temperature gauge that I put on. That's a little working thermometer in there. I don't want to get paint on those areas. I want to be able to see through the glass. So masking tape covers that off, and it doesn't matter when I'm spraying. I can be a bit more casual with the spraying. What am I going to spray it with? Well, I swear by this stuff. This is Seal Prime. It's in a rattle can. It's from the nice guys at Polyprops. It's a plastic formula sealant. It's flexible. It adheres well to most surfaces, and it gives a good painting surface. It comes in 3 colours, I think: black, white and grey. Black's brilliant if you're doing metallics for steampunk and things like that. If you want really bright colours, so bright golds and stuff, then you seal and undercoat in white. It's one step, seal and undercoat, but it is a professional product. So if you use this, nice well ventilated area, and use some PPE. So there we've got the helmet. Greeblies all on, all painted in black, sealed, ready for the proper paint job. Now a shortcut is to use another rattle can to give a base colour. When it comes to sprays like that, you can't beat Wilkinson's. Wilkinson's is cheap. These are around £5, and the quality is spot on. Their lacquer, which I'll come back to, is awesome. So Wilco spray colour, in this case metallic gold, but you don't want to do it thick. You just want to hold the can back and dust it so you've got a textured finish. That textured finish allows you to put the detail on by hand, but it also means that you've not got a flat solid colour, so if you miss anywhere it still works with the overall look. So I'm standing further back and just dusting lightly. You see, I'm not doing a flat colour, and what this does, what this achieves, is a textured paint finish where you're showing off the specks, the flecks of metal within the paint. You can go heavier if you want. On the front here, going a bit heavier, a bit flatter, but what I'm not trying to do is just paint the whole thing a flat gold, because texture works. Texture is always the secret, especially when you're looking at something that's going to be seen on camera. Now, if I want to be lazy, I could leave it there. That's quite a passable steampunk helmet already, but I want to go for more of a movie finish, so hand paint next. Painting time. Now I'm using just ordinary artists acrylics. These are cheap ones from the works. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but they work really well. Now when we're doing stuff for television and film, you don't want anything to look too pristine and flat. The more texture and patina and art, in effect, that you put into it, the better it looks on camera. So what I'm doing is I'm starting going in with black, just straight black, to create shadows or emphasize the shadows that are already there within the structure. This is the same sort of technique you might use on miniatures and things like that. So wherever I'm going to want shadow, I'm going to put it in just using the black paint, and this is creating texture and depth. Now there's a simple rule to this sort of task, which is odd numbers. If you want a finished object to be a particular colour, that's actually the mid colour. That's the middle of your range of colours that you're using. So if I want this to be gold, I need that to be my mid colour. But I can have shadow and highlight, one darker and one lighter than that mid colour, and shadow and highlight enhances this texture. As you can see, even as I'm working now, it's bringing out depth on the piece. And as I say, it's a rule of odd numbers. So that is, for each shade that you use as shadow, you use one the other side as highlight. So if you use 2 shadow shades, if you've got more time, you use 2 highlight shades. If you can got even more time, 3 and 3. So it's 7 colours. So that's all it takes really, just to, if you stick by that as a rule of thumb, and you're creating these shadows, so you don't have to be too delicate with it, just slap it in there, then you begin to create a textured, workable shape. Now that's shadow. Opposite to shadow, I suppose, is shine. So I'm going to start to do some lifting colours the other way. And you see how we've already started to bring some depth in there just by playing with some black. Right, let's speed this all up.